And the more that you will tune in to that voice of faith, to that quiet space inside of you that is guiding you, the stronger that it becomes. It's like tuning in. You find, there's the broadcast that I want, right? And you'll start going, fear arises, and you go, no, I'm not listening to that, right? You can just change it. Go to faith and say, you know what, fear's coming up. And fear, here's what I've learned about fear. If fear's coming up, you should celebrate because you're getting really close to something. Because why are you afraid? Why are you afraid? This book has been a spiritual awakening for me because I've had to really sit down with my past and put it out through a new voice. And that's challenging. And I know that a lot of us get afraid when we start having to look at what it is that we're carrying. But that's a courageous place to be. And you got to celebrate that if you're even willing to start looking at it and saying, who am I? And what am I here for? What am I supposed to be doing? Right? What you're meant to do is anywhere you are is to make it a little bit better. That purpose, someday your purpose is ginormous. Like today our purpose is bigger, right? Someday your purpose is that you are kind to everybody you meet and you uplift one person. Everybody that you meet, you uplift them. Mother Teresa says you always want to leave people better off than when you find them. What if that's your purpose? Right? And you're thinking, I got to cure cancer. Right? That's the purpose. We think of something like that. But what if your very purpose is that you are so beautifully kind that you don't even realize that everybody that you meet is impacted by you? That you lift them up. I watch my little one do that. Ever since she was little, when she was a baby, she'd just sense out people who were unhappy and she'd just smile at them, right? I'd watch her, she'd be running through the park, just stand in front of somebody. And then I had this one woman, she was about 2 years old, and she said it was like she knew that I wasn't doing well. Because she just stood there until Rachel stood in front of her. She was about 2 years old, just stood in front of this woman until she smiled. That was her purpose that day, right? And here, if you want to get to your big purpose, you got to start doing that stuff in where you are. If you're meant to go out, right, and sing, Joanna didn't start on tour with Eric Church, right? She told you this nonsense. She started somewhere else. But all that dedication and staying connected to what her purpose was leads you towards each next thing. Do you still have your mustard seed? Did you lose it? She still has it. You have yours in your pocket? Yeah. The mustard seed is said that when the mustard seed grows, right, then it takes over the whole land, and it's a tiny seed that grows into the biggest tree that becomes a sanctuary for everything, and that when you let the mustard seed grow in your heart, it'll flourish and take over everything. Your faith will become so strong that you're just like, okay, there's really nothing that is insurmountable.
Every day I find a way to keep my faith. Ooh.